awarded best.
Run the beginning on the CW.
At 8:30 on KT.
Finally, at record-breaking. That is why he came into the world at a whopping 14 pounds, 8 ounces. Yeah, 21 inches long. Sonny's birth weight was a record for the Cambridge Memorial Hospital. Fun fact, 2 of his older siblings just shy of 14 pounds when they were born too. That's like 2 babies. All right, that does it for the KTLA 5 News at 5. The News at 6 with Sharon Micah starts right now.
Breaking news now at 6. The driver accused of killing an off-duty LAPD officer and his passenger during a high-speed crash in Northridge has been charged with murder. Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman.
And I'm Cher Calvin. An aspiring police officer was also killed in that crash, and an off-duty San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputy was seriously injured.
LA County District Attorney George Gascon announcing the charges during a news conference a short time ago. KTLA's Omar Lewis live in downtown LA with the breaking details. Omar.
Yeah, I can tell you LAPD Chief Michael Moore called this crash that killed one of his officers a reckless and callous disregard for life. Today, the DA's office announced those charges against the 20-year-old driver, Brian Olivares. He now faces 2 counts of murder among several other charges and could spend the rest of his life behind bars. We can take you to video and show you the 2 people who were killed in this crash here. The 2 victims were killed last weekend. Off-duty LAPD officer Daryl Cunningham Shamley and his friend Jorge Soriano, who was set to start the police academy in January. According to police, Officer Cunningham was driving on Lindley Avenue in Northridge in a white Infiniti with 2 passengers in his car around 1:15 early on the morning of November 4th. That's when 20-year-old driver identified as Brian Olivares ran a red light at Roscoe Boulevard and crashed right into Officer Cunningham's car, killing him and Jorge Soriano. A backseat passenger in Officer Cunningham's car was identified as an off-duty San Bernardino deputy who is still hospitalized with serious injuries. Police say the suspect, Brian Olivares, was driving at over 100 miles an hour and was allegedly under the influence when this crash happened. Family members of Officer Cunningham and Jorge Soriano spoke at a news conference here where those charges were announced today, and they had these questions for that suspect. Take a listen.
What's the rush? You know, what's the rush? That's all I'm asking is, what did he have to do? Where's no other cars out there at night at 1:15 a.m. in the morning? My son won't be here. I won't get to see him in blue no more, but by a picture.
I'd like to remind everybody, all the parents, as you're handing keys to your kids, to have the conversations of the responsibility that comes with driving recklessly, to have the conversations of getting behind the wheel and drinking and driving.
A very emotional news conference there. As you can see, Brian Olivares now faces charges that include 2 counts of murder, 2 counts of gross vehicular manslaughter while intoxicated, and 1 count of driving under the influence of alcohol and drug causing injury. Olivares' bail has now been set at more than $4 million. LAPD Chief Michael Moore says that there have been 274 deadly crashes here in LA this year alone, and that's a 34% increase since the last 4 years. Chief Moore and DA Gascon are reminding everyone to slow down out there and especially not to get behind the wheel intoxicated as these upcoming holidays are approaching. That's the very latest here live in downtown LA this evening. I'm Omar Lewis. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
Omar, thank you. And we are following more breaking news. The driver accused of plowing into a large group of law enforcement recruits has been charged. The suspect, 23-year-old Nicholas Gutierrez, is now facing 11 felony counts, including 1 count of vehicular manslaughter with gross negligence. The crash happened nearly a year ago in Whittier, while the cadet